Hello everyone. Welcome to this video, From Seed to Harvest, Best Agronomic Practices for Maize in Ghana. I'm Vinmac, and today I'll guide you step by step through the essential practices to grow healthy maize, reduce losses, and boost your yield, especially under Ghana's conditions. Whether you're a smallholder farmer, extension agent, student, or agronomy lover, you'll learn about site selection, seed choice, planting calendar, fertilizer timing, pest management, harvest, and post-harvest tips, all tailored for Ghana. Let's get started. Why maize matters and challenges. Maize is one of Ghana's major cereal crops. It contributes a large share to cereal production, is a key staple in diets, and supports livestock feed and industry. Adapted from Ghana's Maize Production Guides. Source: mafa.gov.gh. However, despite its importance, yields in Ghana often fall significantly below potential. Many farmers face challenges: erratic rainfall, nutrient depletion, pests and diseases, poor seed quality, and post-harvest losses. Sources: mafa.gov.gh, asimila.earth, Iowa State University Digital Repository. This means farmers must adopt better agronomic practices, climate-smart approaches, if maize is to truly boost food security and incomes. Site selection, soil and climate. First, site selection is critical. Choose land with a gentle slope, to avoid erosion, good drainage, and minimal risk of flooding. Avoid lands prone to waterlogging. Soil matters. Maize does best on well-drained loamy to sandy loam soils. Ensure the soil has decent organic matter. Before planting, test the soil for pH, nitrogen N, phosphorus P, and potassium K. Climate. Maize in Ghana is largely rain-fed. The planting date must align with the onset of stable rains in your region. Ghana has multiple agroecological zones: coastal savanna, forest zone, transition, and Guinea savanna, each with different rainfall regimes. Iowa State University Digital Repository. Temperature, rainfall pattern, and the length of the growing season all influence which maize variety to choose and when to plant. Variety selection and seed quality. Use certified seeds from trusted agro-input dealers. Avoid seeds mixed with weed seeds or with low germination. Choose varieties that suit your ecological zone: earliness, short maturity, in wetter zones, tolerance to drought/stress, pest and disease resistance, and good grain quality. In Ghana, provitamin A maize is one important class. It provides improved nutritional quality while retaining yield and adaptability. Source: LCIC. Always do a germination test on a sample of seeds before planting to make sure viability is high. Planting calendar and timing. Timing is crucial. Plant when the rains are fairly stable, not before heavy downpours or when the moisture is too low. The planting calendar should align local rainfall onset. In many Ghanaian zones, maize planting starts just after the first dependable rains. Delaying too long may push the critical reproductive stage into dry periods, which reduces yield. Sources: mafa.gov.gh, Iowa State University Digital Repository. Also, avoid planting too early, risk of seed rot, or too late, short season, stress during grain filling. Some farmers also use staggered planting or relay cropping to avoid total crop failure when the weather is uncertain. Spacing, density and planting depth. For good yields, proper spacing and density matter. In Ghana, common row spacing is 75 cm between rows and 25 to 45 cm within rows. Source: mafa.gov.gh. That may correspond to about 50,000 to 60,000 plants per hectare, depending on variety and fertility. Adjust density if soil fertility is low or water stress is a risk. Lower density. Use a planting depth of about 5 to 7 centimeters. This ensures the seed is safe from birds, rodents, and surface drying, but still able to emerge. Source: mafa.gov.gh. Take care with planting geometry. Straight rows, uniform spacing, and even seed placement all contribute to efficient use of sunlight, nutrients, and reduce intraplant competition. Land preparation and weed control. Before planting, weed seeds will germinate. So prepare the land 10 to 14 days ahead, then allow weeds to sprout, then do a light weeding or shallow cultivation just before planting. After planting, manage weeds early. The first 4 to 6 weeks are critical. Weeds compete for moisture, light, and nutrients. A well-timed weeding, hand weeding, hoeing, or use of herbicides, where allowed, helps protect your yield. Intercropping with legumes early on or cover crop residues can also help suppress weeds and improve soil fertility. Fertilizer application, timing, rates, and mistakes to avoid. One of the key yield drivers is nutrient management. To maximize maize yields, you must supply sufficient N, P, and K, plus micronutrients where deficient. Timing and split application is vital. One portion as basal, before or at planting. Another split during early vegetative growth, e.g., at 4 to 6 leaf stage. Final top dressing at or before tasseling, if needed. This ensures nutrients are available when the plant needs them and reduces losses from leaching or volatilization. As a rule of thumb, in many Ghanaian soils, a balanced rate like 60 to 80 kg N, 30 to 40 kg P2O5, and 20 to 30 kg K2O per hectare is a starting point, but always adjust based on soil test results. Mistakes to avoid. Applying all nitrogen at once leads to losses. Skipping basal P and K. Applying fertilizer during drought or heat stress. Over-applying fertilizer, causing lodging, nutrient burn, or environmental damage. Recent models and research in Ghana have shown that soil properties often are stronger predictors of yield than just fertilizer dose, so knowing your soil is essential. Source: PubMed. Pest and Disease Management, Practical Field Tips. Maize pests and diseases can erode yields sharply. Early scouting and integrated management are key. Some frequent pests/diseases in Ghana include stem borers, armyworms, fall armyworm, maize streak virus, leaf blight, rust, and ear rots. Sources: mafa.gov.gh, Iowa State University Digital Repository. Field tips. Scout weekly for damage signs, especially during vegetative and reproductive stages. Use resistant varieties when available. Rotate crops, don't plant maize continuously in the same field. Use biological controls or natural enemies, parasitic wasps, predators, where possible. Apply pesticides judiciously when pest thresholds are exceeded, avoid prophylactic spraying. Maintain good field hygiene, remove/destroy infected residues, rogue diseased plants. For ear rots and fungal diseases, ensure good drainage and proper fertilizer use to avoid excess nitrogen, which predisposes disease. Irrigation and water management, if applicable. In areas where irrigation is possible, supplement rain during critical periods, e.g., silking, grain filling. A little water at the right time often helps more than a lot at less sensitive times. Also consider mulching or using crop residues to conserve soil moisture. Avoid waterlogging and ensure good drainage. In rain-fed zones, use techniques like tide ridges, contour farming, or microbasins to slow runoff and increase infiltration. Harvesting and post-harvest handling. Harvest when the maize kernels reach physiological maturity, indicated by a black layer forming at the kernel base, and grain moisture dropping to 25 or 30%. Avoid delaying harvest too long, which leads to grain losses, pest attack, or lodging damage. Post-harvest. Dry the cobs properly, sun-dry, raised platforms, or mechanical dryers. Shell carefully to avoid seed damage. Use good storage practices, hermetic bags, metal silos, or airtight containers. Monitor for storage pests, maize weevil, etc. Up to 20 insect species attack stored maize in Ghana. Use proper moisture content, less than 13%, before long-term storage. By combining good harvest timing and proper storage, you can reduce post-harvest losses significantly. Conclusion. That finishes our full walkthrough, from site and seed, planting, nutrition, pests, to harvest and storage, all tailored for maize farming in Ghana. If you follow these steps, adapt to your local conditions, and continuously monitor your farm, you have a strong foundation to raise maize yields and improve incomes. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow farmers or extension staff, and subscribe for more crop guides. Leave a comment: which district are you farming in, and what maize challenge would you like help with? Thank you for watching. Let's grow maize smarter, together.